Today I want to introduce you to the main terms dealing with motion. These terms are position, displacement, distance, speed, velocity, and acceleration. Position tells you your location with respect to a reference point. So if you look at this man, he is right now at a position of around 4 meters. You would say he's at a position of positive 4 meters, or 4 meters to the right of the reference point. Position should have a number, a direction, and a unit. The second term I want to introduce you to is the term displacement. Displacement tells you the difference between your start and ending point. So if the man starts at the 2 meter mark and moves to the 6 meter mark, his displacement is 4 meters. Displacement should have a number, a direction, and a unit. If the man starts at the 6 meter mark and then moves back to the 2 meter mark, then his displacement is negative 4 meters. If the man starts at the 2 meter mark, moves to the 6 meter mark, and then returns to the 2 meter mark, his displacement is 0. The next term is distance. Distance tells you your total amount of ground covered. So in the previous example where the man went from 2 to 6 and then back to 2, his displacement was 0, but his distance traveled would be 8 meters. Distance does not need a direction. It does not need a positive or negative. It's just the total amount of ground that you cover, and it will always be a positive number. The next term is the term speed. Speed is telling you how fast the person is moving. So if we look at this, we can give this person a speed of about 0.63 meters per second. That tells you that every second he travels about 0.63 meters. Speed does not have a direction, so if I had the man walking this way at 0.63 meters per second, it would be exactly the same speed he had before. You'll notice this program uses the word velocity. Velocity and speed are not synonymous. They have the same number often, but velocity also tells you your direction. So you'll notice this is a velocity of negative 0.63 meters, and this is a velocity of around positive 0.51 meters. Positive velocities indicate you're moving to the right, you're moving up, or you're moving forward. Negative velocities mean you're moving down, to the left, or backwards. We could show velocity with an arrow, which is called a vector, showing which direction the object is moving. So the difference between speed and velocity is the velocity has a direction. With speed, you do not need to specify your direction. Velocity tells you your displacement divided by your time. The final term we want to look at is acceleration. And acceleration tells you how quickly your velocity is changing. So I'm going to give this guy an acceleration, and you'll see his velocity is getting faster and faster all the time until he crashes into the wall. Again, acceleration tells you how quickly your velocity is changing. We could have positive accelerations, which means you're gaining speed, or negative accelerations, which means you're slowing down, or gaining speed backwards. These are your 6 terms that you're going to be responsible for knowing all year long. Notice position is measured in meters, as is displacement and distance. Velocity and speed are measured in meters per second. And acceleration is measured in what I like to say, meters per second per second. Okay, so again, our terms are position, displacement, distance, speed, velocity, and acceleration. And in terms of actual formulas to figure these things out, we have a formula that's important for velocity. It's equal to your displacement divided by time, and your acceleration is equal to your change in velocity divided by time. Velocity again is measured in meters per second. Acceleration is in meters per second divided by second. So it's meters per second per second.